Yo, you gotta admit there is something about this music that's special. I'm so happy I found this short like thingy. It always sets a good mood before the stream. Good evening, everyone. How is everyone doing? Um, so nice that you decided to join me on an unscheduled, unregular stream on a Tuesday evening. Hold on, I'm finishing brewing tea. Something that's different than normal on streams is it's not Mrs. Gertrix bringing me tea, but I actually it was like kind of a cooperation in tea making. I am feeling a bit under the weather, and I figured I'm probably gonna need a lot of warm drink today to keep going. So, guys, good evening. How is everyone doing? How was your weekend? I'm trying to slowly, set the mood. You started a new blanket. That's awesome. That's really awesome. We're gonna have to get pictures, obviously. You know that. Yeah. So I don't think like it's not that bad. It's just that I don't feel like 100%. And I don't want to get sick because I have something really important planned for the weekend that I am really looking forward to, and I really don't want to get sick. I'm going to a concert, and I definitely do not want to be sick. So guys, I usually don't do that, or actually not necessarily don't do that. I just forget about it. If you like the stream, that would be much appreciated because it can kind of get more visibility out there. But anyways, let's cut the crap and let's get on with Zomboid. Brian Buford, stream 4, which is probably the second longest live stream career of any character that I've had. Just a quick reminder, this is Extinction level difficulty. We are based just outside of Echo Creek. 22 days in, I am expecting the power to go out any moment, and that's going to be my top priority for today. And Brian is a pretty decent character. He's very handy with a lot of stuff, but he does have one major problem. The guy is just constantly sleepy, which completely messes up my entire rotation. As you can see, it's barely 4 p.m. and the guy is already ridiculously tired. It's just crazy. So over the last stream, those of you that were with me, remember, those of you that haven't, managed to finally secure a car, managed to secure gas, and managed to clear Echo Creek to some extent. We tapped into the gas station, started to loot some of the nearby trailer parks. Still no sign of the generator magazine or the bloody electrical level 1 book. And yeah, grinding electrical is gonna be a painful process. But luckily, one thing that we did manage to achieve is we did manage to find quite a lot of food. You know what I'm gonna do? Do I have a cup? Because I could brew some coffee. And I don't have a cup. I don't have a mug. I don't have anything I could use to... Oh, okay, so that's another thing I need to look for. I don't have anything which I could use to make some coffee. Shame. So guys, how was your weekend? Let's get let's get things rolling. My weekend was messed up. It started out like horribly. My entire mood for the weekend was set by the fact that Arsenal completely bottled an incredibly important game in the English Premier League, and it was on Saturday at like 1 p.m. So my entire mood was ruined. Have you ever checked out the Wildlife Rehab Center? You mean in game? Where is it? I'm not familiar with that location. Oh, I'm actually gonna chug a caffeine pill instead of coffee. But yeah, that's actually, I forgot I have them. Oh, and one more thing. I always forget about it, but like there is no point in wearing a gas mask at indoors and while not, you know, being around corpses. So that's just it's gonna help with the comfort. Blight, good evening to you. Shit, I read everything already. Don't have anything to do. It's pretty close, but usually super overrun. What is it exactly? I have to admit, I'm not familiar with that location. I'm gonna do a very quick check of the nearby houses. Maybe I'm gonna find a mug. A mug. No mug. What about that one? Oh shit! This place has food! Lol, this place has food I have not looted before. It doesn't have a mug though. Okay, that's funny. You know what would be even funnier? If I would find... Yeah, look. Peanut butter. If I would just accidentally stumble across the generator magazine. Because I have not checked this properly before. More or less down the street from the gardening store. Okay. What is the most common loot that I can find there? Because I sincerely doubt I'm gonna find like a generator magazine in a wildlife shelter. That would be weird. Yeah, but anyways, well, I'm gonna put Brian to sleep now. Tomorrow morning we continue. I'm having a feeling that any moment now I'm gonna wake up and there's gonna be no power and all the food that I have is just gonna be, you know, spoiled. Not lots of livestock. That's something that I should like consider long term. Long term. But actually, if I would have a couple of chickens and 1 or 2 cows, that would already be enough. It's pretty crazy, but the power is still on. I am extremely lucky, considering that it's so late in game already. Plenty of water. So, one of the things that I've been doing recently a lot in terms of Zomboid is I started to play Winter is Coming again. And every time I do that, I just remind myself why I totally love this game mode. It's just absolutely amazing. Do I have meds? I do. Just 1 bandage. No more bandages. Okay, we're good. Okay, ready to go. Further. Well, I'm gonna go back to Echo Creek. It's probably the best thing I can do. I was pondering on the idea of heading towards the the highway, and then up north to that, like, that area where they have that survival store. There's this gas station over there also, but I'm pretty sure that place is going to be completely overrun. And since I already managed to clear Echo Creek to some extent, I think I'm going to try and just first see if I can get as much out of Echo Creek as possible. And, you know, if it turns out there's nothing there, and I'll just look elsewhere. And in the meantime, I'll just survive without electricity. I wouldn't want that, though. No, at least one running fridge makes sense. And I live in a basement, so having access to light is not such a bad thing. So going back to what I was saying, I've played a lot of Winter is Coming, and it's just such an amazing game mode. It's perfectly balanced between challenge and fun. It's challenging enough to really push you, and you have to be on your toes at all times, but it's not challenging to a point where it becomes totally ridiculous and just no longer fun to play. The character that I am playing right now is, I think I am in like day 20 something. Managed to clear out majority of the general area that I live in, and believe it or not, I am struggling to set up electricity. So the same story here and there. But with that character, at least I managed to find the electrical level 1, and I am already at level 2 overall in terms of skill level. The Winter is Coming, what is this? You're asking about the game mode? It's the one that you're thinking. It's called the Eternauta mod, and that's exactly this, and that is a mod, right? In this mod, if you step outside not being fully covered, you instantly die. And Winter is Coming is basically just an in-game challenge, so it's not a mod of any kind. It's a built-in challenge, and the whole concept behind this challenge is that after like 3 days, you are hit with like a massive snowstorm. The temperatures fall 20 plus minus 20 degrees below zero, and then it's eternal winter. The temperature will never go back above 0 degrees. So you're basically functioning in conditions where it's almost impossible to grow any crops. Your foraging is also heavily impacted, and the entire game mode is it's just fun. I really enjoy it. I get this also. Sometimes you get so involved in playing that you completely lose track of time. It happens to me a lot. And there are certain games which like can really suck you in. I'm happy for you. I'll stay away from it. Yeah, it's also, you know, the population is very high. There's respawn on, so you have to keep in mind that you're going to be constantly under pressure. Even once you manage to clear out certain areas, you always have to be on your toes, because there can be respawns coming. The zombies tend to migrate. Yeah, all the good stuff. It's a challenging fun. I mean, it's a challenging game mode, and it's fun, at least for me. And the winter does become permanent. So, I mean, I've never survived long enough to experience something else. nothing of use. And still no mug. Well, one thing that I see is that I'm not sure where all the zombies went, but I did kill quite a fair share in and around the area, but I would still be expecting more. Look, I'm not gonna complain, right? Oh, there they are. Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna play around the fence. It's just much safer. Even though some people might consider this cheating or, you know, exploiting the game mechanics a little bit, but it's perfectly fine in my book. Oh, hold on. There was a key ring. You know, sometimes it's worth checking them because, you know, you can find car keys. Sometimes it's super random, but hold on, let me read it. Do you like trunk organized mode? It will increase your trunk capacity. I never tried it. So I have no opinion. I do feel that at times the capacities are messed up. I mean, look, there are plenty of things messed up in terms of, you know, like the units. I mean, realistically, you shouldn't get a similar amount of meat from a rabbit and from a cow. There should be a significant difference between the two. So if there is a mod that kind of makes trunk capacities more realistic, then I'm all for it. Because, like, on a regular sedan, like a very typical family car, it's usually several hundred liters of capacity. So you should be able to store quite a lot of items there. But I have not tried that particular one myself, so don't have an opinion. A mug! I'm so happy I found a mug. And some fresh food also. I'm gonna be able... And honey. Even better. Ooh. One thing that I do hate, and tell me guys if you agree with me, but one thing that I really hate is the way that you don't get a notification that your boots condition is dropping. So when I was playing that save that I was mentioning earlier, I lost a few days because my boots lost condition, like, you know, they went down to 0, and I stepped over broken glass, and I didn't even know that my boots were no longer there. You know, you don't get any notifications, nothing at all. And obviously, you know, if you step over broken glass, you get deep wounds, you need to stitch them, your movement speed is impaired, and in a game mode like Winter is Coming, that's incredibly dangerous because you're usually faced with large groups of zombies, and you need to be mobile, and you need to be able to simply, you know, like, get away whenever possible. And with not being able to move as fast, well, I literally lost a couple of days. I just sat on my ass and I didn't even have anything decent to read. Oh, but I think I found some reading over here. It can make a van 208 capacity default store like one... Really? 1,300? That's insane. I would say that's probably a bit too much. Then again, I never physically sat in a van, so I'm not sure what's like the regular one. What's the But then again, a van can be turned into a mobile home, so maybe that makes sense. Oh, Jesus, this is so good. Okay, I'm gonna take glass making, because why not? Oh, more mugs. Do I prefer a blue one over a yellow one? No, of course I'm gonna take a yellow one. Now, one thing you guys don't know about me, but whenever I play board games, and I usually play with Miniok, I'm not sure if Miniok is with us. I think he's not, because he would normally say hello. But whenever I play board games, and there is an option to choose a color of the pieces that you're playing, I always choose yellow. Better burger flipping. Sadly, not the books I am looking for. It's fine, it's just a matter of time. Have you guys ever fell victim to disappearing boots issue? That's actually a good point you're asking, because I started this game still in 42.15, and then the sprinters would only activate themselves during nighttime. So, since I am now on 42.16, technically sprinters should also roam during daytime, as you rightfully noticed. What I don't know is if, since I started the game on the previous version, does it also change, you know, the sprinter behavior? I guess we'll just have to see. We'll just wait and see, but if I'm not wrong, I think it was maybe up to even... Nah, that would be crazy. 30% would be too much. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. So far, no sprinters. This cabin is... I mean, this trailer is completely empty. Okay. I almost cleared the entire... Ooh, trailer park. Jeez. I had a bit of a jump scare. I gotta do it in a smarter way. I don't need to fight in the open. No shame in that. Where's the third one? I think that was already after 6 p.m. I remember which one you're referring to, but I think that was early evening. Look, we're gonna find out basically, because I mean, we're bound to encounter some sprinters. If they are active during the daytime also, we'll just definitely stumble across some of those. I'm gonna rest for a moment, recover some strength. Uh-oh. Okay, right, because this is Extinction, that means that the helicopter event is taking place more than once. I guess... just to be on the safe side. Where is my car? Oh, it's parked so far away. Okay, I mean, this is unexpected. But not the end of the world. I would just feel much safer if I am close to my vehicle. Where are these guys going? They're actually moving in a different direction. Okay. It's not my problem. Not so bad, huh? Okay, I think I managed to clear out this one and this one, so I only have these two left. Oh, and the helicopter is gone. And it's back again, yeah. So I think these two I actually managed to clear before the first character that died during the first day. So just to be sure, I'm gonna quickly check this one. Oh, there's still some yeast. If I ever have access to flour, might come in handy for the purpose of bread making. Oh shit, okay. Bad idea. So yeah, that's actually, I can consider all of this cleared, because I remember I also cleared this warehouse and it was full of pretty much nothing. Heli comes every 8 and 9 days in this mode. Okay. I mean, unless you're just extremely unlucky. Oh, look at this. They all simply migrated towards the western side of town. One thing I hate is the fact that I don't have a mini-map, because I cannot play without a mini-map. It's so important to me. I usually mark everything on the mini-map, and I use it to, you know, get my bearings. I do want to check this house, however. Oh. Well, look at this. I should probably grab a gun. Do some target practice. Well, I'm not gonna be doing this today because it's already 4:30. I have about an hour to drive home, and it's gonna be sprinter season soon anyway, so yeah, not smart. But I don't think the sprinters actually happened, because with this large group we would eventually see some sprinters, and there are none. So I think what happened was, since the game started in the previous build, then I think the sprinters during daytime did not happen. But yeah, like, we have to admit, there is a lot of them. A lot of them. Also wondering a question. I'm kind of worried animal will die because of starving. Do we need to find them as soon as possible? So technically the way that it's, and guys, correct me if I'm wrong, because I never really tested it out, but the like general knowledge on this topic is that animals essentially are able to feed on grass, which is just, you know, in the tiles in the game. So unless there is a really large amount of animals in a very small area and they are able to eat all the grass before it regrows, then it would be extremely unlikely for the animals to die of starvation. And also another thing, the animals only start kind of counting if you enter the specific chunk of the map. Because before you enter the chunk of the map, nothing in that particular chunk exists. So only once you enter the map, then it's going to spawn everything, and, you know, that kind of the clock starts, you might say. So you don't really need to worry about it. Man, I wish Prime was here. I mean, he's the person that has answers to all these, like, weird game mechanics questions. Forgot to turn off the car. Half an hour before the sprinter season. I think that was pretty well timed. Okay, let me store all the food. I'm gonna cook something. Oh, I'm so thirsty. Oh my god. Haven't noticed. Luckily, I have a 100-liter bathtub. I'm gonna make some coffee also. The growth speed of grass. I'm not sure that's a setting. I would need to check if that is part of... If that is part of the settings. I don't recall. When I was setting up the server, it obviously had a ton, like tons of different options that you could, you know, like customize. But I don't remember if that was part of it. I do have fresh mayonnaise, and I do have hot dogs, and I have hot dog buns. I'm gonna make hot dogs. But first, I'm gonna have a coffee. Because otherwise my character is gonna pass out. But to add a bit more context into the question about the animals, it's more common of a question than you could actually imagine. I've seen multiple times people like contemplating that on Reddit, or even mentioning that their sole purpose of playing Build 42 is to save the animals, which is kind of nice. Oh, you can't do it this way. Okay. I'm just gonna prepare 4 hot dogs. I'm gonna turn it off for now. Let's see if I can get some seasoning. Hey guys, a pickle, mayo, and hot sauce is actually a pretty decent setup for a hot dog. And I can add some bacon on top. I cannot. Ah, because it's uncooked. Okay, hold on. That's valid. Where's the bacon? I'm gonna cut it in strips. Oh, I have to cook those strips first. Alright, that's fine. Let's make sure I don't burn them. Yeah, that must be that setting. If so, you probably like hit the nail on the head with this one. Oh, that's perfect. Look, these hot dogs are gonna be as good as they get. The only thing missing probably is some, like this burned up onion that's like sprinkled on top of a hot dog. I'm not sure if that's a thing outside of Poland, but right here, when you find some hot dog joints, they usually have this. It's like very brownish thing, crunchy. I'm sure it's not only here. I'm sure like it's popular everywhere. You saved my sanity. Yeah, guys, I mean, if you know something, share the knowledge. This is... Zomboid is a complex game on its own, so if we can learn from each other... I mean, I cannot imagine... You have those too. Okay, so I'm glad, actually, that it's not only a local thing. Like, I've learned so much while streaming from, you know, you guys just mentioning different things that it's insane. And just keep in mind, I do have over 1,400 hours in this game, and I still... find out new things. So spread the knowledge. Okay, going to sleep. I do have to find a bed. I keep on forgetting about this. I've been sleeping in a sleeping bag for 23 days. That's crazy. Like a bum. Horrible. How's the weight going? Not so bad. Pickled red onions. Yeah. Or low-key sour cabbage. It mixes so well with sausages. My guy, he needs to, like, that's the 4th cigarette, man. You're still agitated. Jesus. Heavy smoker. So the thing is, with all these different models that I am facing, this must be some sort of a mod conflict thingy. Because, like, it's impossible. I smoked 4 cigarettes like a chain smoker, and I am still on edge. That's number 5. Now let's go for number 6. Still not fixed it. This must be broken. What the hell? Okay, I'm gonna try and go back because I really want to see... I want to check that house. Where is it? This one over here. Problem is... they all went over here. So maybe if I can approach from the south. Okay, here's an idea. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna head to the garden store. I'm gonna turn right. Check this house. I think this is where the church is. Yeah, this is where the church is. So I'm gonna try and approach from the south and see if I can, like, cross this field over here. And perhaps this way I will be able to avoid contact with so many zombies. Yeah, nicotine poisoning. I mean, that was nicotine death. Seriously. I mean, that doesn't work like that. Doesn't work like that at all. Yeah, I deliberately shut up because, like, the music is just amazing. Alright. This is the church. Or is it not? It's not a church? Was I wrong? No, this is a house. So this is where the church is. Yep, in the graveyard. And I think I probably missed a turn or something. Oh, Jesus. Oh, don't mind me, I'm just passing by. Okay, that was stupid. I should have turned left. And yeah, but okay, it's too late. Again, no minimap. I am almost hopeless when I have no minimap. At least I know where I am. Now my hope is all of those zombies went towards that house alarm and I can quietly sneak here. Kill the engine. Okay, they don't seem to mind me that much. Oh no! No window. Alright, let's see if it was worth it. I'm gonna regret this. Hold on. Bread. It was already worth it. Ooh. Wah wah wee wah. Some guns. Okay, how's the situation outside? There is one zombie that got interested. Woodcraft. Yeah, nah. Do you want to share the band? Of course. I'm going to see Tame Impala. I'm actually really excited. Brother Karamazov, Dostoevsky. How long does the panic go? I don't know, honestly. That's something that I never really thought of. Is, you know, how long specific moodles do affect your character. I know one thing though. Your well-fed moodle lasts too short. That's one of the things that makes zero sense. You can eat a whole pizza on your own and the impact disappears after like 15 minutes. Like, make any sense of that. Yeah, this is all crap. Okay, at least I found caffeine pills. Wow. Got Dracula stuck in my head. Yeah, the problem with Dracula is that it became so viral that you can literally like hear it everywhere. But it's a good song, so like, can't blame it. It's a good song. I'm super excited. I think it's just gonna be awesome. I checked the set list. The set list is also really decent. My favorite song of Tame Impala is "Let It Happen." I wonder if I can I want to check the... Achilles! Good evening to you. I want to check the basement. I'm gonna take the key just in case. Maybe it's a key to this basement. Okay, it was. Or the basement was unlocked. Either way. A mattress. Yeah, nah. Well, this is nice, but none of it is really... None of it is what I need. That's the whole thing. I mean, it's nice. I can carve a spear. Always nice. But I don't need any of these. I need different things. Now I want to get into the garage also, but that implies banging on the door. And that, in effect, is going to potentially generate enough noise to draw this entire group. But I'm gonna give it a try. Okay, they're all deaf, apparently. That's fine. Have I encountered a bug which makes you read the book twice? Thankfully, no. Okay, I mean, these zombies are just totally deaf. Oh, boots, yeah. Learn from your mistakes. I found better quality boots. I'm immediately switching them. But still, okay. No. Not what I was looking for. I'm running out of ideas. I am starting to run out of ideas. My electrical has barely moved, 25.5. I don't know. Maybe I should go to that survival store. Because realistically, there isn't enough electrical equipment in all of Echo Creek to even get me close to level 3. Not... It's just not gonna work. I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna pack my... Have I, do you guys remember? Did I check this store? I think I have, right? Yeah, I've been here, 100%. Phallus Lake. Yeah, but it's a long drive. I think, keeping in mind that I still have some fresh food, ditching all of it and going to Phallus Lake would simply spoil it. I could probably just cook all of it, put it in my trunk, pack some things with me and go. Yeah, maybe that's an idea. But Phallus Lake does not have a bookstore, does it? Oops, sorry. Yikes. I know where I could find the books and magazines that I'm looking for. In the Akron Community College. But that place is a literal war zone. And the thing is, it's not like I need it. It's not something that is essential for the survival, but it just makes life much easier. So it has a bookstore. Look, guys, maybe that's what we should do. Maybe I should just pack my things and go to Phallus Lake. And I think I took a wrong turn again. Damn mini-map. No, I'm actually on the right road, okay. It's just, yeah, my orientation is off, that's fine. Hey guys, just a reminder, if you are watching, I would appreciate if you like the stream. Unless you find me incredibly boring, then please don't. Okay, so I do have a decent supply of non-perishable food. Yeah, that's a plan. Okay, I won't. I appreciate the honesty. That is the type of response I would expect. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cook some meals. Hell, I'm gonna cook almost everything. Bread is gonna spoil if the if the power goes out. Or I can just take it with me. Yeah, I probably need a bit more. Oh, see, I don't have I don't have a microwave at home. I don't know how to microwave stuff. Yeah, we're going on a road trip. I'm gonna pack the car still today, considering that my character is still somewhat conscious. And on a road trip it is. Yeah, using the oven would be much better. I wanted to be a smartass and use the microwave because I thought it's gonna be faster. Yeah. We all see how it went. No. I'm gonna make a stew, and I'm gonna also just cook the steak. Adding bread to a stew is not a bad idea. Lovely. Let it cook, and now I'm just gonna do a roast. Yeah, steak, salmon, steak, all the different ingredients, because why not? Now that's not something that I would probably eat myself, because steak and salmon, that's a pretty horrible combination. But stats wise, this is a banger. The simple status mode is a lifesaver for the one who can manage the sleep routine and wait well. It will displace the really? Oh, that's cool. See, that's the thing. I don't really play with a lot of mods. I saw a pretty fun comment on under the video, one of the videos I've made the other day, that it essentially went in the theme of, I don't want to have a PhD in mod lists to be able to enjoy the game, which was essentially a knock against all the different things that are missing from the vanilla. but are being solved with mods. Hard to argue with that point, because I would say we are really missing some pretty basic stuff that should be part of the original game, and they are not. But oh wow, I cannot read that. Wouldn't even dare to try. Alright, so I'm gonna pack the car for the road trip. I do need a... I'm gonna need... what would I need actually? Well, this is actually useful for a road trip. Maybe I'll be able to pick up some gasoline along the way. I'm gonna take 2 books with me. Yeah, probably glass making. Maybe it will come in useful at some point. I'm gonna take the food. I'm gonna take some water as well. Oh, hold on. I think I got a lot of junk. Yeah, I don't need this. Don't need this. Don't need this. Okay. Where are the books? The books go into the glove compartment. Yeah, the rest just goes to trash. I got jump scared by your nutrition video. That's one of the videos that stayed pretty much up to date for a while. Hey Hawkingo, good evening to you as well. Some of my videos aged pretty bad because of all the different changes that Indystone implemented throughout the game. But some did stay fairly up to date. Yeah, some weapons. I should get also some surplus smokes. Do I need a spare crowbar? This one is in a very good condition. I do not need a spare crowbar. Yeah, I think I'm almost ready to go. Let me just pack this tobacco into the car. Oh, and water, obviously, right? I think I have some empty bottles still. Somewhere. Yeah, at least one. Yep. We're going on a road trip. But before we do that, I have to check the map because I don't remember the way from Echo Creek to Fallas Lake. That's embarrassing. Okay, I'm gonna let Brian get some shut eye, and I'm gonna check the map in the meantime. Yo, the weight is still going up. That's pretty dope. That's good. All right, where's the map? Oh, it's so far away. Ekron is much closer. You know what, guys? Screw Fallas Lake. We're going to Ekron. Hammer and saw, handy to have, and yeah, you're absolutely right. Where are my tools? I am going to Akron. What I'm gonna try and do is I'm gonna try and capture. Oh Jesus, fog. Really? On the day I was planning a road trip. Oh, this game hates me. But anyways, the plan is simple. I'm gonna try and capture one of those houses that are just outside of Akron, like southeast, near the community center. There are a few large houses, and yeah, once I do that, I am going to try and slowly work my way to the community center. Okay, so how do I get to Akron? Oh, actually, really easy. Okay, let's go. It's, considering the fog, I'm gonna try and drive responsibly. Not too fast. It's probably gonna take a whole day, so bear with me. Oh, and I forgot to put away the rifle, but you know what, rifle... Maybe it's not such a bad thing to carry a rifle in this environment. I know I mentioned that a lot, but whenever you go on a road trip, you, at least speaking for myself, I tend to appreciate how huge the map is. I mean, it's just insanely big. Okay, I'm gonna drive 50. I don't want to go faster. Not with this visibility. It's not safe. Oh, I forgot one thing, which is very important. I didn't take a pillow with me. Oh, and sorry guys, apologies. I'm gonna put on the game. I want to have one eye on Atletico Barcelona. One sec. Where is it? Here it is. I don't really care about Liverpool against PSG. I hope this stream will like still be fine. If you notice a drop in quality or if I start to cut off or something, let me know. Okay, so this should get me to an intersection over here, and if I turn left, I should be close to the steel plant, I think. Audio is great this time, that's good. I think I finally cracked the code on how to set everything up properly. But that's good news, thank you. Yep, this is the steel plant. No, this is the Guns Unlimited. Hold on, where am I wasn't expecting to come here actually. Hey, wait a minute. Am I on the right? Yeah, of course I am, because you have to go past the Guns Unlimited to get to the steel plant. Oh, I see. Topography of Knox County. Yeah, I will be like hold your horses on this one. I still need to sell my apartment first. That's like step one in a multi-step project. But yeah, as soon as I am able to do that, I am moving. At some point in this year, you're probably gonna notice a different background, and that is when you will know that I am in a new place. Which, by the way, I cannot wait to do. Okay, I'm past the AMZ Steel, so I should take a right turn now. At the first intersection. Yeah, this one. Maybe I should go forward. Do I enjoy doing Zero to Hero challenge? I've never done it. I think it's a cool concept as long as you know, tailor the game difficulty to your liking. So I'm not specifically a person that, you know, would say the only way to play Zomboid is, you know, 16x population with high respawn and zero loot. I know there are some people who really like to set the challenge level to really extreme. But this is sandbox, basically. You have to play it the way you like it. So I've never done the Zero to Hero. I did try a bit to play with a character that is very weak and with almost no fitness. But that is such a grind, you know. You get tired by literally doing anything, and yeah, you have to like it to really enjoy it. I guess what I'm trying to say. I want to buy a tent for 2 to 3 people. Actually, I do have a tent that's perfect for 2 people, which I bought at, well, basically Decathlon, which is one of the bigger retail stores for, you know, sporting goods and outdoors. And I must say, it's amazing. It's very good. One thing that I was really paying attention to when getting a tent, we got a tent that is black on the inside. Oh, look at them. Which is pretty cool because, you know, during summers when it gets quite warm, the fact that the tent is all black on the inside, it insulates you better, so it doesn't get as warm inside. I found the trailer. I didn't even check what's inside the trailer. And if there is anything, let's do it now. Oh, look at this. Oh. 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 Well, that's definitely something I wasn't expecting. Oh, Wilder gas. Jesus Christ. Oh, wow. What a find. What a find. Yeah, so basically, like, I honestly can recommend, you know, there are different technologies when you, like, think about outdoors and camping. Hold on. What is it, baby? Okay, so Mrs. Gertrix came in to correct me. The tent is black on the inside, so like, you know, in the early morning, you don't get all the light, but the tent is white on the outside, so it reflects sunlight. Anyways, the thing is, it doesn't get as warm in direct sunlight, and it's very cozy inside. So the point still stands and is valid. It's just I messed up the mechanics, okay? Whoa. What is this? Is this all... That's all potatoes. Yeah, she does. Which proves one thing. She actively listens to me yapping for hours, which is pretty amazing. Okay, I think these are the outskirts of Ekron. I think these are outskirts of Ekron. Not sure though. So many. They're gonna come from behind also, so I'm gonna clear as much as... But they're actually going somewhere else. I'm gonna clear as many as I can and just see what I'm gonna do next. Okay, here they come. Okay, they start to come from all different angles, which admittedly is not great, but I can use the fence to play with them for a little bit. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh no! No, 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 get up! Ooh. That was so unlucky and lucky at the same time. Jesus. I should have been dead by now. So the thing is, what happened, I was swinging at the ground, expecting to kill a zombie, and I obviously missed, but somehow, some way, they didn't bite me. Insanely lucky. Now I don't have to kill all of them because they're all over my car. I mean... Oh, come on! One more time. I hate when it happens. I really don't like when they lunge. All right. Take the blood pressure test right now. I would probably score pretty bad. Okay, almost there. Just a few more. I really want this house because I think I'm not far away from Ekron. Yeah, I'm playing with fire here. Okay, I'm gonna try and be smart. I'm gonna pull out. I'm gonna pull out. Yeah, so that's the thing. If you fence fight, it's usually you're usually super successful, but there are those odd moments where, you know, the character just swings at nothing. And yeah, you then can be in a mountain of trouble. What is the water? And I think my gas mask, the filter is gone. Shit, yeah, I didn't pay attention to to the condition of the filters, so that's also far from great. But luckily there is like only 5 more. That was a tough cookie. Okay, almost there. Sheesh, that was incredibly lucky. So the thing is, every single stream, I do get this one moment where I am just... It was the same thing last time, remember? I mean, those of you that were watching, my headphones got disconnected and it completely threw me off. I didn't hear anything and all of a sudden I just almost died because of like completely botching combat. And it was almost the same thing. Yeah, I'll have to check if there are filters in the trailer. Good point. Place is a bit messed up, but... Ooh! Oh, Jesus. Well, I don't think I'm gonna be camping here after all. There's so many. Danger in your bed. Exactly, the neck scratch. It wasn't an accident, it was just... It was just really poor... poor performance. Sadly, no filters. Okay. Hold on, I gotta get my bearings. Where am I? Where am I? One second. I'm actually still quite far away. Okay, I'm gonna continue forward. And maybe the houses... First I'm gonna eat. The houses that I have in mind are gonna have a bit less action. But anyways, that was a lucky escape. That was an incredibly lucky escape. Sometimes you know, it's better to be lucky than smart. Here is the lake. Well, I can always sleep outside, worst case scenario. Especially considering that it's quite hot. Alright, let's have a look. No, I think further. Further forward. Further ahead, actually. Alright, what's the situation? Yeah, not great. Not terrible, though. Oh shit, because of the tree they disappear and the game doesn't like recognize the fact that there is a corpse there. Another thing you have to keep in mind whenever using fences to fight. Oh, come on! It's sometimes so stupid. Yeah, it's either a tree or something, right? It just like completely obscures the vision. That's one of the things I really don't like. Because it's totally unrealistic. But okay, it's an isometric game from, you know, from 15 years ago. Like what do you expect? It's fine. Oh, I have a Greek viewer. Achilles, are you with us? No, but bro, you're not Greek, right? I think I just massively insulted you. Apologies. I am so tired. This is really Oh, here comes the cavalry. We have reinforcements. Oh, you are Greek, of course. Okay, oof. I for some reason for a moment there I wasn't sure. Ah, okay, fair enough. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure. That's the thing. So I tend to have a pretty decent memory, but I sometimes freak out and I am not sure of anything, and then you know, I don't want to make any kind of a faux pas, you know. Okay, I'm gonna camp here tonight. Do I have a tent? No, I do have a sleeping bag, but no tent. Ojejciu. It's gonna be pretty nice, guys. Look, I have some stones here. I'm gonna set up a campfire. Please don't fall asleep yet. I'm gonna take 2, just because I can. Where is the... I need some fuel for the fire. A log. There's one. Now I do realize it's gonna be sprinter time in a moment. It actually already is. So best we don't encounter any of them. But it's gonna be a nice... It's gonna be a nice evening by the lake. You know what would be hilarious? If I would accidentally step into the campfire and die. That would be one hell of a way to go. This shape? Disapproved. Please don't say that. Oh, it's burning. I thought it's just gonna warm up. Well, okay. I saw this Reddit post the other day. It was a question posted on the Zomboid Reddit asking if there was a TV series made in the world of Project Zomboid, what would be the episodes, or like what would be the main themes of the episodes? And one of the you know, like the one of the responses that had the highest number of upvotes was, yeah, I spent an entire day trying to find loot and stuff, only to die because I stepped into my campfire. And like immediately, this whole thing immediately reminded me of that post, which was pretty funny and true, by the way. Hey, this is actually pretty decent, huh? This is pretty decent. I'm gonna have to go to sleep because it's getting late. Well, it's not getting late, but he's getting late. All right. Let's just see what happens. Oh, come on! Are you kidding me? Oh, I hate that. Okay, I don't have... I need to put some nicotine in my veins. Luckily, I have sleeping pills, so I can... You know, I can fix this problem. But honestly, out of all the days... I got nightmares, basically. That's what happened. I got nightmares and I woke up because of that. But luckily I can keep on sleeping. That's fine. I'm gonna leave the water so it cooks overnight and it's not gonna be tainted. Nice. Okay. Try again. Wow. Slept till 11. Almost like my wife. When? On a regular Tuesday? No, I'm joking. Okay, let's keep on going. Now, the funny thing is, my sleeping bag should be like completely wet. But obviously that's not a thing. I think in general, she will pop in again soon. Yeah, probably. But this time I'm gonna be in trouble. So the thing is, I do feel that we should have some sort of a system that evolves your traits. And obviously, again, there are mods that add it. But it would be really cool to have it as part of vanilla because, I mean, realistically, if you hack through 5,000 zombies, you shouldn't be panicking if you see 2 or 3 around the corner, right? This should be nothing to you. But, like, we don't have a mechanic for that, and you would just simply freak out regardless. Oh. Good night to you, Hawkingo. I mean, sleeping in a car with a pillow is probably a better option than sleeping in a sleeping bag. But I wanted to get in the theme of, you know, outdoors, camping. It was nice. We had a fire going. It was all... There was a lake. Everything was exactly the way it should. Yeah, I would say we should actually have something opposite to panic. We should have mental issues, basically. Because, you know, living in such a condition... And I think we discussed this already on one of the streams, right? Like, living in... Oh, come on! Living in this... See, again, the same bug. Living in such conditions in a zombie apocalypse, it should really mess with your brain. Because, like, there are no people... Like, remember the movie I Am Legend? And the fact that Will Smith was talking to, like, mannequins in stores? Treating them as real humans? That's the real problem. How to deal with loneliness. No human interactions. How to keep your sanity. You should start to hear voices. Stuff like that. I know you would manage. Like, a world with no people is probably your dream come true. Okay, where are all of these coming from? Okay, if there are so many zombies in the outskirts of Ekron, I don't even want to think about the community college. That's probably where I'm gonna die, realistically. I do have a pipe bomb, however. It was just him being... It wasn't acting. Yeah, that's true. I mean... Will Smith didn't age well. That's a sad story. Oh, you little sneaky bastard. Close one. Yeah, I totally agree. Fear shouldn't be... then again, you know, fear is a normal human reaction. But you should become desanitized, basically. That's what the desanitized mod does, right? It's just... After you kill a certain amount of zombies, it makes you desanitized, which makes perfect sense. You know, maybe we'll get it in build 48. Yeah, so, look, the plans are The plans are to really add multiple different things into the game, but you know, it's been over a year since 42 Unstable released, and we are still unable to get it right. So yeah, it's gonna be a while. I had a quick glimpse at the streets, and it's gonna be fun. I actually think we won't see some things until my retirement. Look, we had that in like one of the recent streams. We were all agreeing that we're gonna play Build 48 in our retirement home together. Which is not far from reality. Gore upon gore upon gore. All of that mental conditioning through culture. Yeah, those of us who grew on watching you know, pages the likes of Crazy Shit or these types of things, they like we would probably not be, we would remain unfazed by all of this. Or there was this other webpage called rotten.com. That one was also pretty crazy. What are you doing, guys? Exactly? You're trying to stretch yourself. Ah, okay. Oh, they're coming from behind. Where did they come from? Oh, so many. Okay. That's surprising. Where did they come from? What is going on? I don't know. Oh, come on. It's gonna take days. I'm gonna sleep in the sleeping bag again. I don't see any other, like, option. It's the only option available to me. I'm not gonna sleep in a bed. Jesus, more are coming. They're pouring. They're coming from everywhere. What the hell? I hate to back up with a trailer. So difficult. I don't know where they're coming. Oh, or actually I know. There was this like meta event with like this artillery weapon firing or something. I think that's what caused Like all of those zombies to start going in that direction, and I was just simply in the way. Alright, that's fine. Stop raining. Well, at least that. The funny thing is, Blight, my son was born in 2011, and he was the one that recommended Project Zomboid to me in the first place. So that kind of speaks volumes, right? What do you need to build a tent? I think a tarp. Tent. Make tent. Tarp, stake, wooden rod, log stick. Is there something I can use as an alternative? No. Okay. How am I supposed to find a tarp? Well, I'm not going to be looking for a tarp today. What's the score? I completely forgot to pay attention to the ongoing games. Holy shit! That's surprising. Okay, we'll see how it goes. Gonna turn on notifications so I don't miss anything. We do play together, or at least we did. Not so much. He got like super pulled into Resident Evil these days. And I am killing time playing Project Zomboid or House Flipper recently. So, uh-oh. No, we definitely do not want any visitors. I do not want to have any neighbors. Go away. I have a different problem though. I packed food for like 2 days because I was sure I won't need more. And yeah, I'm actually... I will probably need more. I'm not sure how long I will survive on eggplants and leek. Yes, that's the thing, Blight. Before I started streaming today, I literally was playing House Flipper. I was painting walls. And it was so refreshing, so rewarding. And yes, Achilles, he did recommend Project Zomboid to me. I wouldn't be playing Zomboid if it wasn't for him. Oh, and I am also stupid. Because I let the water mix. Yeah, that was... bad idea. Forage around the lake. Are you suggesting I'm gonna find something nice to eat? A ladybug. I'm not gonna eat a ladybug. A bone. Okay. Not what I would consider food. I need something to light a fire. Sage. I got some seasoning. Lunar Escape, where I'm from. You want to make a wild guess? Whoops. It's a bit more complicated, Achilles. Yeah. let's just park this. But yeah, he's like a hardcore gamer. So yeah. Hungary. Interesting. Interesting. Not far away though. I'm actually an old man. Yeah, I am. I'm older than I look. That's what I get a lot. I'm not Hungarian. I am from a nation though, which is unanimously considered a very friendly nation for like towards Hungarians. I'm Polish. I am born and raised in Warsaw. Are you Hungarian? Pretty important days recently in Hungary, I must say. Um, we tend to cover politics here from time to time. I am personally super happy about what happened in Hungary. Really happy. And the funny thing is, like, most of you probably don't follow Polish politics at all, but we have the kind of pro-European. Yeah, Orban wasn't. We have like the more pro-European party, and we have this more like anti-European party. And this anti-European party, they were really rooting for Orban, obviously. They sent a whole delegation there. The president even was meeting with Orban a few days ago, and you know how tables turn. Once Orban lost, they are starting to give interviews in like mainstream media and stuff, and they are saying, actually, you know, Orban was pretty pro-Russian, so it's not like he was a friend of ours. In the end, we are actually quite happy that he didn't win. So it's like when you make these memes with Stalin, and I think it was Beria or some other guy that was standing next to him on that barge, and they later on they kind of deleted that person from, or maybe it was Trotsky. I don't know who that was, but there is this famous like photo of Stalin with a different person. And then they just simply erase that person from the picture. It's exactly what they are doing right now. It's like they've been rooting for Orban for ages, and right now everyone is like, nah, he wasn't really our friend. We did have like some areas that we were agreeing with him, but in general, not really. It's just so funny. That's like what people don't realize is, you know, there is internet, and you know there is evidence for everything. Same thing with Trump. He says a bunch of shit, not realizing that he's contradicting what he said 2 days ago. And there is actual proof that, bro, you said it 2 days ago. And right now you're saying something that's completely opposite. Like with the picture of himself as Jesus he posted online the other day. Like, what are we doing? I'm telling you guys, if somebody would tell me back in 2015 that the president of the United States would be posting AI pictures of himself as Jesus Christ, I would say you're probably on meth. And yet here we are. It's just another proof we are living in a simulation. The only Polish party I know is Peace. Yeah, so they were the friends with Orban because, you know, they were all kind of against broader European cooperation. they appear on the media anytime they want reparations. That's also true. One of the things they are running on is they want the Germans to pay for the war. Like, bros, it's been 80 years now. I think it's time to let go. We are currently the biggest trade partner for Germany, and Poland wouldn't be where it is right now, economy-wise, if it wasn't for the cooperation with Germany. So, like, I think, you know, it's good enough. And Lunar, I completely ignored your comments. Apologies, but I just went on a tangent. This sometimes happens in these streams, so please bear with me. Let me just catch up. I didn't know there is a name in Hungarian that's similar to my screen name. My screen name is completely random. Well, it's not completely random, but the story behind my screen name is it was when I was playing World of Warcraft ages ago. I kind of just used the option to select a character name, and it selects something close to my nickname, but it wasn't fun, so I just added the X at the end, and that's how my screen name was born. But yeah, like, just to wrap up on the Hungarian thing, I am super happy because I think in the end, especially given where we are these days geopolitically, Europe needs to be strong. And I am European, obviously, and I am Polish, so like, I'm speaking out of my own interest. And in my own interest, it is important for Europe to be strong, to be united. And we don't need significant politicians in Europe that like to go in the opposite direction. I think Europe as a whole is much stronger than as individual nations. And yeah, that was a very, very good change, and pretty surprising actually, because I mean, people were expecting Orban to lose, but the scale was surprising to everyone, which yeah, massive thing, and good for Hungarians. It's gonna make their situation much better. The economy is gonna recover, money from the European Union will start to flow in, so all good. Really happy. And this is also all good. I am ready to go to sleep. What's the story behind my avatar? No, I actually created myself. When I was creating the avatar, I was super hooked on Edgerunners. That was one of the series that left a huge mark on me. And I am speaking as a almost 40-year-old dude, but it really touched me deeply. And when I was making my avatar, I wanted to make it in a cyberpunkish way. And yeah, so that's the story behind. Yeah, and totally agree. I mean, I think strengthening Viceguard is also super important, especially considering everything that's happening, you know, with the uncertainties around NATO and stuff. There is more and more talks these days that, especially Poland and other countries, you know, with the eastern flank of NATO, that they should consider forming something in parallel to NATO, like a pact of intermarium. So you know, it's Finland, the Baltic states, Poland, Ukraine, Romania, Hungary is also. Oh look, guys, a mask. Oh, that's perfect. So Hungary, you know, all the countries, all the way down, even including Turkey, to kind of strengthen the eastern flank of NATO. Zakopane, I'm gonna say something that's you're not gonna see that on TV, because normally Zakopane is considered a good tourist location, but Zakopane unfortunately is a ripoff, and it's fully commercialized. It's a cool place to visit, but most Polish people avoid it. Let me just put it this way. If you want to see like cool places in Poland, I am from Warsaw. I am Warsaw based. I am Warsaw born. Warsaw wouldn't be in my top 5. Kraków, great choice. Wrocław, fantastic choice. Gdańsk, amazing. Toruń and Malbork, also pretty decent. Warsaw is fine. It's very metropolitan. It's you know, it has this big city vibe. But Kraków is really nice to visit, especially for a few days. but not to live there. The traffic is just crazy, and the air quality is horrible, especially around like winter. Also going up northeast to hang out in the Varmia and Mazury. It's where the lakes are. If like you want a decent vacation, if you're into water sports and stuff, or sailing, also excellent. Okay, let me do a proper combat here. So, am I correct? Is it day 3 of me trying to break into Akron? I think it is day 3 right now. I barely even... I didn't even see the city sign. Okay. See, I'm collecting all the... Say cheese. Oh, say cheese! Andy! I haven't seen you in a while. Oh, Slovakia. Look, Tatra Mountains. I had an episode in my life where I've been to Tatra Mountains probably 4 to 5 times every year. It's actually a funny story. Well, funny. It's a funny story to me, but like it doesn't necessarily need to be a funny story for everyone. But essentially, when I met my wife, she was hooked on snowboarding, and we went to Polish mountains because she wanted me to try snowboarding. What she didn't know at that time is that I am afraid of heights. Haha! How convenient! And we went to like a ski resort to try, try snowboarding. What I've done is I approached the slope. I looked down at the slope, and I said, "You know what? Nah, we're not doing that." And since we've had a couple of days booked in Tatra Mountains, we figured, okay, you don't want to snowboard, I'm not going to snowboard alone, so let's try and do some hiking. And we started to hike. And it seems like this mask's respirator is also done. Okay. So we started to hike. And it was a love at first hike, I must say. We started to enjoy it a lot. And again, there was a period in our life before COVID where we would just book a bus, a late night bus. It was leaving Friday at like 11 p.m. from Warsaw, and it would arrive in Zakopane, usually around 4 a.m. on a Saturday morning, and we would hike for the whole weekend and catch a night bus back to Warsaw to go back to work on a Monday morning. It was fun times. In fact, I got so hooked on hiking that I actually proposed to my wife at one of the Polish peaks. I know, it's such a cute story. Aww. But yeah, that's what we did. I don't have any water, guys. I am going to die of dehydration. Yeah, I was about to mention that it was so special, the whole engagement and stuff, that we actually got the wedding rings. On the inside, we have an engraving, which is like the panorama of the mountain at which like I proposed, and it has the geographical coordinates of the actual peak where I did it. I have very fond memories of that, I must say. I have to go back. I have to regroup. I forgot I have water purification tablets. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to my camp, get some water, purify it with the purification tablets, get a bit of rest, and come back. I am starting to reach a point where I really need to get into at least the first houses because I'm gonna run out of food shortly, and I didn't pack a lot because I didn't expect to need a lot. But right now it seems that that was a mistake. Can you imagine the jeweler engraving the wrong mountain? You know, these things happen from time to time. So the story with our wedding rings actually is also quite. Fuck. Oh, Andy, thank you for joining the campfire crew. That's nice. Appreciate it. The story behind our wedding ring is also quite special because, again, my wife is great at finding special things. Let me just put it this way. So we didn't simply just buy our wedding rings. We actually went to a jeweler's workshop that was like having the service where you can participate in the process of making the wedding rings. So obviously not everything can be done by a person that's untrained, but there are certain activities, especially when preparing the material, strengthening it, using various different machines, where you can actually, you know, like do that instead of the jeweler. And yeah, it was fun. So I can say that I had active participation in, you know, making my own wedding rings. I am an idiot. And that's not because I, you know, like, because my wife is laughing at me in the background. I didn't pick up the log. How is Extinction different from Apocalypse? First of all, you're starting with the water shut down. I think the loot settings are also different. It's slightly more difficult. And I am starting to lose my voice. I'll try to go on as much as I can. But my voice is starting to give up on me. I am worried that there is something wrong with the respirators, because it's extremely weird that 2 of my masks ran out so fast. Normally they last really long, and right now it was what, like just a moment and they're gone. How am I handling no F1? Surprisingly good, Andy, considering that Red Bull is shit. And I just stopped enjoying watching it because I don't like it. Is it really? Oh wow, I didn't know that. It is fun. The whole process, I mean, the guys like, there were 2 artisans that were in that you know, jeweler's workshop, and they were explaining the entire process, explaining how every tool works, what they are doing. It was actually quite educational. It was fun. I'm gonna catch a cold eventually. Oh no, and the food... Oh shit. The eggplants are getting stale. Everything is against me. Yeah, take care, Andy. Nice that you dropped by. Have a good one. I'm gonna try and store as much water as I can. I mean, obviously I can just simply cook it all the time, but taking advantage of the rain. Oh, buon appetito. I hope I'm not gonna catch a cold. You know, actually what I'm doing makes no sense. I don't need to wait for the rain to... I can just simply fill it from the lake, right? Yeah, there is no point in waiting. What do you mean you see no mods yet? Like, where do you not see them? I think I'm gonna sleep in the car today because I'm really starting to be worried about getting sick with all this rain. Oh wait, hold. The roast is cooked. Ah, to fix the filters. I see. But the thing is, in my solo play, it's not a problem. It might be some sort of a... Again, a mod conflict maybe, I don't know. Huh? Might be the water. I am at a breaking point. Yeah, I'm sleeping in the car tonight. I'm gonna put on some heat. Why do I like I don't have a house? Because I am on a road trip, darling. So we were in Echo Creek and I went to Ekron because I need something from Ekron. Unfortunately, it turns out that all the houses, they're full of zombies, and the only place I can realistically stay safe is just near this lake outside. Luckily we have rain all the time, so I'm probably gonna get sick and die. What a lovely way to go. Oh, you posted a pic. Oh, these are so cool. And you made them yourself. Yo, that's pretty amazing. You are really like super talented manually. Like I am horrible at anything manual. Horrible. Yeah, I did fix the toilet. That's true. Yo, I am so proud of myself. I fixed my toilet. So I've been trying to fix my toilet for probably 4 to 6 weeks. And I finally did it over the weekend. I was so proud of myself. I've mentioned that I had a horrible weekend because Arsenal bottled the game early on Saturday. The only thing that really made me happy that weekend, and it's not a knock against you, like, please don't take it to yourself, but the only thing that made me happy on that weekend was the fact that I finally managed to fix that fucking toilet. It's true. I'm not even joking. And you guys cannot imagine how many... because, like, this has a long backstory that only my wife and I really can appreciate. But there is a long story with this toilet. So you think I should tell the story? Okay, I'm gonna tell the story. So of course from the beginning. It only makes sense if you tell the story from the beginning. So we were renovating our bathroom like 4 or 5 years ago. We like stripped it completely and then like put in all the new stuff inside, all the new installations. And roughly a year ago, a neighbor, which I really don't like, by the way, the least friendly neighbor that I have in my entire like apartment complex. Unfortunately, his basement is right underneath my bathroom, and he came to us and said, we flooded his basement. Long story short, we got a guy who was a plumber. He said it's impossible that you flooded it because he looked here and there and said no, it wasn't you. But he was wrong because he was an idiot basically. And eventually what we had to do is we had to like completely replace the whole toilet. So you know, all the tiles needed to go, a new toilet needed to be set up. Why a new toilet needed to be set up? I'm getting to that point, okay? Like the thing is, the water container inside was leaking, okay? So we needed to replace it with a new one. So we had to disassemble everything, like not us, but the plumber disassembled everything and left it all completely like stripped down. And we were sitting in the bathroom of ours, just contemplating how unlucky we are that after 2 or 3 years of doing a complete renovation of our bathroom, we are pretty much again in the same place. And the toilet itself was standing on the floor. And when I was like, we were sitting on the floor in the bathroom and the toilet was like right next to me. And when I was standing up, after we finished our discussion with my wife, I bumped my ass into the toilet and it tilted to the side, hit the like floor tiles and broke into 2 pieces, okay? So not only did I have everything already broken down, but the toilet itself broke into 2 pieces. And I'm not sure if you get this, but the toilet seat, it can either be perfect or it can be okay. And that toilet seat was absolutely perfect. So we needed to buy a new one, which again increased the cost. And might I add, I was unemployed at that time, so last thing I needed was money spent on things which are not essentials. So I bought a new toilet. And okay, the plumber installed it. The same plumber that said it was not our fault and was wrong, he installed it. He put up new tiles, so he kind of like fixed everything. But he did such a crappy job. You know, the tiles were, you know, they were all messed up. One was too big, the other one was like not fully aligned to the previous one. So after like a month or so, we figured, you know what, this cannot look like this. We have to get a new guy to fix the tiles. So we got a new guy who came in and fixed the tiles, and we had to pay again because, you know, he needed to do a job and he did it. And then after 6 months of roughly having no issues with the new installation, the shit started leaking. It started to leak. And about 2 months ago, I put it all apart myself to try and fix it. I fixed it temporarily. It stopped leaking for like maybe a week or so. And then after a week or so, the shit started leaking again. So I put all of that apart and we figured, you know what? We're just gonna like flush it with a freaking... How do you say miska? Like, we're just gonna pour water into that, okay? Basically. But then again, I figured, no, we cannot live like animals. We have to have a functional... It's 21st century. We are living in a capital city of the 20th economy in the world. We have to have a functioning bathroom. And we have to have a functioning toilet. And I finally fixed that sucker over the weekend. Yeah, and I must add, which is a valid point that Mrs. Gertrix is making, is that the new toilet seat is nowhere near as comfortable as the previous toilet seat. So this whole story, it's just a sad story, guys. In the end. Did you just say that you enjoyed this story more than my story about engaging to you on a... You know what? Get out. Just get out. No, don't go. It was fun. Oh, okay. Makes sense. Guys, I mean, I am actually... Is this guy dead? He is. I actually made it to... Food! I made it to Ekron. Mm-hmm. So the thing is, I actually enjoyed fixing it in the end. I mean, I was incredibly frustrated because, you know, I was failing and failing and failing and failing. But when I finally managed to understand exactly how all those, you know, flushing mechanisms work, what's the probable root cause of the entire issue, and when I finally understood it and I fixed it, I felt really happy. So I learned a new skill, basically. And I also learned a very important thing. Never have a built-in toilet. You can have a standalone toilet or you can have a built-in toilet in your wall. Do not build in your toilets. It's just... It's not worth the hassle. What was the problem after all? Yeah, I did level up in plumbing. You bet. Yes, I think I am at level 1 right now. I think the problem with plumbing was that there is like this mechanism that has this floating thingy, which, if, you know, the container for water just fills in, the floating thingy should close the valve, basically, so that you don't pour more water inside. That was having way too much residue that caused the whole system to simply stop functioning properly. I also needed to clean the part which actually flushes. So there's a separate mechanism which opens up the flushing system, and it was all just full of like residue that I needed to get rid of. I also removed some plastic that was unnecessary, and in the end it worked. So yeah, plumbing level 1, easy. Is that a guest house? I think it is. There are some books. Oh my god! Electrical level 1! Are you serious? This is exactly what I was looking for. Yo! Oh my god. I am so happy. I am so happy. I'm not doing anything else today. I'm just gonna sit down, and I have a bed where I can actually sleep. I'm just gonna read a whole book. Oh wow. Yo, that's amazing. What's my skill level right now? Slow. That's cool. Okay. Nice. The road trip was absolutely worth it. I almost died. But after all, I found the damn book, and I didn't even need to go to the community college. And by the way, this bug really annoys me. The fact that you don't have the animation when you sit down. Stupid. Like, how can you break this? Like, having the game code and everything, how do you do that so that you physically break this animation? This just I don't understand. Kinda hard to read books sideways. True. True. But you see my point, right? Like, how? How are you like physically managing to break this? I am super hungry. Let's see if this house has some food. Does it give a bonus? It really? Oh, cereal. Okay, good start. Tuna. Owners. Hold on, apologies. I just want to borrow some food. Oh, not borrow. Not intended. Don't intend to give it back. Crackers. Fresh carrots. Alright. Not bad. Stale cheese. A cheese that's not yet rotten. Chicken nuggets. Still fresh. But the power is out. Finally. It finally happened. Oh. Oh. I might actually use these at some point. I am drinking water like crazy. Reading glasses increase reading speed. See? It's what I said. You learn things every single day. I didn't know that. Now dismantling these things finally makes sense. I mean, no, it still doesn't, but... at least it gives more experience than it did before. Ooh. This is a really cool house. Lots of stuff inside. Oh, yes, absolutely. Do they have a barbecue outside? These are large houses. Maybe they would have one, but no. No, Hector Lopez. Whoa, Jesus Christ. Wasn't paying attention. No, they have a Hector Lopez. Right here. I'm gonna cook something. Okay, I just have to jump over the fence. Oh, nice. Very agile. Sweet. Oh, the smell here is unbearable. Sadly, I cannot add cheese to that. Oh no, they broke the gate. I am exhausted. If it's just 2, that's fine, but if there's gonna be more... Man, and these are the... My luck, they are actually tough ones. Okay. Food, sleep, and I'm probably gonna be wrapping up for today, guys, because my throat is telling me that I should probably finish for today. I'm pretty sure you can actually hear it, that my voice is not good anymore. If you're here, like, please don't... Oh, the sprinters. See, I totally forgot about this. Please, like, don't forget to like the stream. Obviously, if you liked it. Surrounded by dead bodies lamenting can't put cheeseburgers. Must be projects. 100%. Exactly. This is exactly the feeling, isn't it? I'm gonna take a caffeine pill just in case. I don't want to fall asleep. I don't want this food to burn. Oh, shit. It hasn't cooked yet. Now it's cooked. Jesus, it's dark. Oh no! Are you serious? It didn't have enough propane. Like at the very last second. Are you serious? That was unlucky. Okay, but I've been lucky today. Like I had enough luck. I'm okay to have a bit of misfortune for a chance, for a change. Well, at least I got some chicken nuggets. Can't complain. But you've seen that. You've seen that, right? Like it was at the very, very, very end. And right at the end, the barbecue just died out. It's okay. It is what it is. What is the bed? Oh, there it is. At least I have chicken. Yeah. That's it. 100%. Leroy Jenkins. Such a classic. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna be wrapping up for today, guys. 2.5 hours. I think it's a decent. It was a decent stream. Went completely the opposite of what I was expecting. Just to recap, the idea was to find a book here. We figured that's not gonna work. We went all the way to Akron with the intention of getting into Akron. We barely made it. But we have the book. The book I was looking for. And I already read it. And I'm gonna try and get into the community college because I think the rewards there are worth the risk. But that's gonna happen in the next stream, guys. I appreciate you spending the evening with me. I'm gonna get a bit more warm tea. And I will be back on Thursday. Let me just quickly check if my wife has planned anything for us. No, actually. Not to go into too many details. But it says stream. So yeah, I'm going to be back on Thursday. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your evening or day, depending on where you are. And see you next time.